This is the entryway to the Green Life Smart Life project. When you come in the house, you're going to walk in, you'll have a foyer that's going to be filled with the reclaimed hardwood that we're harvesting from a local barn here in New England. To the right is a sitting area that's in the process of being built, obviously. And then as we pan along, you will see the dining room. But one of the most dramatic parts of walking into the home is as you look up, you'll see the crafted cathedral ceiling, the curved section of what will be the second floor foyer. That area is being built by a local craftsman named Harwood Design. They're the stairwell designers for the house project, who have become highly recommended. They're using all harvested wood, FSC products for some of the pieces that are not the reclaimed floor, which are the treads and the railings, which are all being built. And we think in the end it will end up being a very, very dramatic entrance to a very, very beautiful home. This is the sitting area to the house. When you walk in, it's to your right. This actual area was designed after the house my husband and I previously built, which was an area that we came up with where it was around the fireplace. Because I'm so easily overheated, we always have to keep the fireplace away from our TV and our hanging out area, but like to have a nice glass of wine by the fireplace. So what we've designed through a local mason is a fieldstone fireplace. It's going to be built with custom cabinetries by a local millwork guy. The combination when it's done should be beautiful. And as you come off the sitting room, the idea here is that it's an open entertainment area. So we actually walk right into the dining room area, which looks outside right now presently on piles of mud, but eventually will be nice landscaping. And as we go off from the dining room into the media room, actually what you see being built here is the transom. That is a 10-foot transom being milled with all the FSC wood, and we're having a custom piece of glass that will actually separate the two rooms. Because this room is a media room, it allows us to have a separate entertainment area where all the video and TV materials will be, without having that definition of a clear break of this is one room, this is another, without them kind of blending into each other. So one of the things I really think about is really cool about the media room when we were designing it, if we go all the way to the far wall, is that I wanted to be able to be on the farthest point of the house. And when I was looking forward, one, I'd look out the window directly over towards the Newport Bridge, which is a little bit hazy today, but it's a very clear view of the bay here. And then looking through the house, I would be looking directly into the dining room and right into the kitchen. Again, the idea here that during entertainment times that we'll be able to easily interact with all the people in the family. This is the kitchen space that we're looking at right here. The sink to the kitchen will be right on center with the windows, looking out again to the Newport Bridge and the bay. A little hard to see right now because some of the construction materials are in the way. But as we pan over, the double oven and range will be on the far wall. Spanning over here to the left will be the refrigerator on the end with our entertainment wine bar centered off to the side of it. So the center island will be designed with 2 tiers of levels so that there's an upper and a lower. Also with a prep sink and dishwasher, just making the area very functional as well as pretty as we possibly can be. Coming down this area will be a hallway that leads to the pantry mudroom area on our left and the laundry room on our right. The pantry is going to be designed with obviously storage for all our extra needs, but it's going to have an extra fridge. It's going to have a recycling center, but it's also going to have a place for all our coats and whatnot. One of the things that I designed when I was really working on the house was that the window, this door frame to the pantry, and then the door frame to the laundry room would look out through the door frame to the outside, bringing in the nice light and being able to catch some of the views as well as the neighbor's great big cypress tree. We've started some plumbing, as you may see in here, which is always exciting because anything new means progress. Some of our elements in this room include the high efficiency washing machine, the dryer, we have a sink going in to be able to wash our dog. It's not here yet, but ultimately Maddie's dog door will be in this room, so she has her easy in and out into the house as she sees fit. Our guest suite to the house. One of the big things that we designed on the guest suite is one, it's a separate area which will have its own zone in terms of heating and cooling, but also its own bathroom and areas so that when our in-laws who live out of town can stay with us, they have their own privacy, but also just so when guests are here, they have their own space to go to, but more importantly from an efficiency perspective so that we're not heating and cooling space that's not used. But the design of the room is actually really pretty. It has great views off to the bay. But coming over, it has its own bathroom as well as walk-in closet. Also a nice element for us as we get older because it can transfer to a second master bedroom suite on the first floor. Coming back around, we're going up this stairwell to the second floor. This is a really dramatic space that our architect spent a lot of time and detail on creating an element that is going to be filled with design. But coming up to the second floor foyer, the space actually ended up a little bit larger than we expected because of the shift of the fireplace. What it created for me was a very great office area that I'm going to have working here. So this section here, though it looks not like much at the moment, will eventually be my office. One of the really nice features that we got to get out of the house in our design element was a really large family room and playroom that comes in off the garage. So walking down this hallway to your right will be the fireplace that you just saw. Right now it's coming up with a black hole. So coming into the room, we've got some really interesting roof lines, some great eave space, the way it comes down, but also some great windows. We created the dormer so that just the right amount of light is coming in. I realize they're blocked now, but later in the week when the windows go in, I think the full exposure of the sun that we're going to get into this room comes in. The windows at the far side of the room are actually south facing, so they're going to pick up sun all day long. The windows on the left side of the room are actually southeast, so they're going to pick up extra sun all day long. The room should be really bright and beautiful once it's all done. This room is the master bedroom. Unfortunately, at the moment, we're not going to get the full imagery of it because the wind that whips through this place under construction is so strong that the guys actually boarded up just to keep the temperature a little bit warmer. But if we walk over to the windows, we can see these are south-facing windows, so we're picking up some great views off the top of the trees and off the Atlantic Ocean. And then if you pan over, we can see the little point of Beavertail here, which is really pretty. Ultimately, this was one of those elements that we actually decided in field because we weren't sure just how the window placements were going to work out once we got in the room. We had to determine the heights and where the desks were going to be located, but we think ultimately, oh look, the light is going on Beavertail. We can keep it over there, you'll see it come around. And now! This is my son Max's room. His room is so much bigger than his current bedroom. His current bedroom is about the size of his bathroom. But the room, again, the windows are boarded up here, but once the windows go in, the full light effect will be here. He has a nice big closet at the end, great big room to play in, but he also has his own bathroom, which we think is a great element because we have a son and a daughter, and the two rooms will be separated so we won't have any screaming, yelling, fighting fits. This is my daughter's Abby's room, which is very much under construction today. There's a lot of equipment in here, but the room is a great size for a little girl to a teenage girl. She has the benefit of a great walk-in closet, which my son did not get. She also has one of the eaves over her room, which gives her an extra little play area and area to work in. But she has a lot of stuff, and she's a girl, so I guess it's okay. She also has her own bathroom, which is off to the right, which will have its own shower as well, so that she can be separated from her brother during the important times of her life.